Hello everyone, this is Ethan Dragon, and welcome back to another episode of Fire Emblem Heroes. So, arena is pretty competitive this week. It's not water season, so we gotta try pretty hard. From my intel, I believe probably need somewhere around 3,850, which I believe is like 758 a match or something. So we can clearly tell it's pretty up there because of where we're ranked with 3812. So we're just gonna get straight into it. We do have plenty of dueling crests, but this is the team set we're using. Of course, Sheena bonus is pretty good. She actually can get away without even refining Crimson Axe for a lot of matchups. I feel like I should refine it, but at least like speed refine it or something. But unfortunately, this team's scoring 748 to 762, and there are a crud ton of 748 and 750 teams. I'm one of them. My defense scores 750, so I think we'll just not show all the fishing on camera because we're gonna be fishing for a while. So yeah, we'll be back with the first match. Alright, like 9 or 10 dueling crests in, we get our first match. And this is definitely a feasible match to win. So, pretty happy about that. Let's see here. How do we want to approach this? There's no... Dual Alphonse never gets up as special, so I think we're just okay to be... No, actually... See, there's a small problem, and that problem is space. Ideally, we gotta punish separation, but that's very difficult. So we're gonna start off with this. Pretty sure we can just have Sheena sit and hit end turn. Unfortunately, I think we're gonna defer from that because we can just force rallies instead. I feel like that's smarter. I think the worst thing we can do is probably just get into a situation where we don't have enough kill power against these guys, but we should be fine at this point. Dual Alphonse is no match for an incoming Ether. So, there we go, and Sheena can just sweep the rest. So, pretty straightforward first match. Good to see. Most of the matches up here are pretty straightforward for my team, at least. So that's great. And yeah, I knew Gale Force was going off, so I didn't want to put anyone else in range of Hector. So we're set there, and let's get going to the next match. Alright, 758. Yeah, I definitely don't want to be I need to be kind of stingy with whatchamacallit, how much... Wait, I need to be stingy with the matchups I pick in terms of scoring. So this team, it seems like we might have to go for the Julia kill. Could technically go against Alm with Sheena, but we're not just going to hit end turn in front of him because... Yes, we have renewal to heal HP, but we don't have that much time. So we're gonna do this. Force the long bait because of Legendary Zura giving the movement bonus. So now we force the panic ploy. And there's no Wings of Mercy, so we're just free to bait here immediately. And we obviously don't need more speed because Mirror Impact's incoming. Of course, there's ally support, so maybe I could consider that, but I'd rather keep the panic ploy up because Alm's coming to town at some point, and we just want to be ready with Effie in terms of positioning. Not scared of dual Ephraim at all, especially if no DC, can't counter Crom, so we could even just pick up the kill against him with Sheena, but we're not going to do that because we already got our kill. So we don't need to flex on these teams because I can get wins with the full shenanigans. Unfortunately, I believe we are a tad shy of pick up the kill on Alm. Or we might have we might be like 1 attack short or something. 68, 65, wait, 68. Yeah, we are 1 attack short. Feels bad, man. So we're gonna have to go for a player phase option on that. And he's also 1 attack short there. What's a surprise nowadays? That's the problem with not running plus attack Crom, is you actually do miss a crud ton of thresholds. It's kind of sad, but that's how it is. It's a bit tricky here because we want to get Ulm first, but baiting him is a terrible idea when he gets plus 11 speed. So, and he's obviously doing a lot of damage at that point. And Sothis, of course, is going to move first. So, and she's going to get rallied every time. So I think we're going to go for this option. We can always run still. Running is always an option. So this is... Now, interesting, we actually don't die in 1 shot. I guess most of his skills are player phase, so that would make sense actually. Let's retreat a tiny bit here. There's no mobility shenanigans, so we mostly are just trying to trip the AI here into a forced situation. Technically, it could probably plop Effie in front and we'd be fine. Might be our best option, but I'd rather have him panic deployed than not. But yeah, I don't want to run like a bond skill or something on what's his name? Crom for extra attack, because then that means he has to be adjacent to someone, and I have to have him player phase a lot of people at long range. So there's that, but at this point we can go for this play here because we see that Ulm doesn't actually kill, so we can go for this attack here and then just go in for the kill. Unfortunately, we have to waste our ether on that. That would have gotten the kill on Sothis, but we should be fine here because she only has 47 speed. Player phase, and we have way more than that. Of course, we're still gonna take a good chunk of damage because Sheena's res is not out of the roof, but we even just straight up double her, so flexing on that even harder. And yeah, bonus stats definitely are useful in Sheena though, for sure. She benefits from every single stat, but hopefully we don't goof, but I say that we're gonna goof like match 5. Alright, one of the 100 crown folks. Looks like a pretty straightforward one to win again. So there's armor march, of course, there's debuffs and all that. Doesn't really matter too much. I am currently looking at the turn 1 go nuke Ulm play. Seems pretty strong because Azura can't actually double. She's out of range for rallies. And of course Crom debuffs attack by 9. So we should be fine here. I actually misplaced Sheena and Effie. Sheena was supposed to be where Effie was, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. Should still be fine here. And we can just immediately go in for the bait. Just standard end turn shenanigans, and we even have the defense tile conveniently, but it's not like it's gonna matter, so. And against this guy, we just use Crom. Easy peasy. And there we go. Another match done. So like you can see in general with these teams scoring up here that are mostly just Earth, because let's just say Wind doesn't have very many options. And Legendary Ulm's bonus, so it's like, why wouldn't you use your plus 10 Ulm on defense if you have them? So it just kind of makes sense from a scoring perspective that we'll see matchups that we can win in general, but we'll see if we fight a difficult team. Alright, the roll right after is another 750-800 crowns. Also a very straightforward matchup here. Slaying Hammer, quite annoying, but Sheena here with Crimson Axe. It is straightforward, but it's not easy, if you know, if that makes any sense. He's like, I still have to win the matchups. And Effie's gonna be lagging behind a bit here, which is fine. I don't really mind. We can actually just buy this time to pick up special charges because we have the time. Slaying Hammer's incoming, but we should just be able to use Crom against him because he doesn't stop the double. And of course, even though he has 53 defense right now, Crom's attack is pretty high, and of course he negates the defense debuff or defense buff, and he debuffs by another 9 on top of that, so it's an easy one-round KO. I'm just seeing if there's a better option. I don't see one. So yeah, you see that's really overkill. We even have Ether now, but you just gotta remember to feed Sheena the bonus kill here. We can just go ahead and do this. This is fine. Tiki is a joke against Sheena. Of course, we're not going to pick up the kill because no ally support, but does that really matter? No. We can just bait this Sheena. Again, she has incredibly low attack, so we can just free bait this. Of course, we're not getting special charges because of Crimson Axe, but that's why it's a pretty good weapon. I think we're just going to... We already picked up the kill against Tiki, so we're not going to complicate things any further. Just pick up the kill there. Alright, so far pretty straightforward. We'll see if the last match trolls us. Alright, this is last match. Hopefully it's quite a bit more rolling than the previous matches, but... Okay. Real only problem is Corin, and she gets hit by Chill Speed, so I think we just win here. Although Grima's gonna do a crud ton of damage. Harden, he just gets one shot by Crom. Julia, we can probably just bait the Julia kill here. I'm actually considering going for a turn 1 pseudo Crom bait where I just force rallies. So I might just go for that. Actually, let's do it. It's a safe option because, again, mobility is limited on this team. On the enemy team, I should say. Of course, we don't get tactics up on Sheena, but we can force potato rallies like this. So we can get into position. So we just gotta refresh the Crom buffs so Julia kind of just stays in place. So we can just troll like this and get set up unironically. This is why having ranged units in arena OP stuff. We can just get rid of Grima. Presumably we can one-shot here. Yeah, barely. I figured that as much. So now that we have everything screwed up, yeah, we should be fine to take on Drift Corin, but in the meantime we can force more rallies and then force the panic ploy that we can use to just bait here, because again there's no jank movement shenanigans, and because of light and dark we don't have to worry about actually buffing Sheena. We just use our ally support and drives, which don't really matter that much because of mirror impact. And just with the way things are, most Julias either barely get one shot or barely live, like this one, because they're running Sturdy Blow. So pretty standard stuff. And at this point we can even have Sheena solo the rest of the guys. We'll see what happens though. Probably just recursive rallies here. So we're gonna slide over here and we should just be fine to just attack here. I'm just checking to see if anything could go wrong, but I think Corn is just too weak here on speed, so we should be fine. As long as we don't mistap and have like Azura attack or something silly, we were fine there. So yeah, other than the fishing, which is arena in a nutshell, we only still got 3,852, but that looks like it's holding. It's a bit suspicious. Actually, that's 270. That's like almost 270. So we should be fine. It's like 264 or something to be exact. So we should be fine to stay in. Feel like 3,850 might be the cutoff. It's very close, but yeah, that's gonna be it for this episode. Thanks for watching. As always, this is Ether Dragon, and hope to see you all next time. Bye.